Hey YouTube, welcome to another solo gameplay. Today we have Century Spice Road. It's a 2 to 5 player game by Plan B Games. It's 2 to 5, but online at BoardGameGeek.com. Igor has this solo player variant set up. Now I've tweaked it just a little bit, but here's his main idea. You put the point cards in a triangle. Only the very bottom or top of the inverted triangle is available for you to purchase right away. That's 2 reds and 3 browns. Once you purchase this point card, the next 2 point cards are available, and so on throughout the triangle until all 10 cards are taken by either yourself or the AI player. The twist, I've put these coins at the very top. The gold are 3 bonus points, the silver are 1 bonus point. Whoever gets that card gets those bonus points. Your market row, the merchant row, is exactly the same as in any game. You have 6 cards to choose from throughout the game, and of course whenever you select one, you bring a new one from the deck, shift everything to the left. I'll get into what the IA player is able to do on his turn in just a moment. Meanwhile for you, you start with your 3 yellow spices on your caravan. Again, you have a maximum of 10 spices you can carry, and you have your starting 2 purple bordered cards, which is the 2 upgrade and the 2 yellow purchase. For the IA, you have your 4 spices. You take 5 of each color spice, and you put them in a bag, is what Igor explains. I put them back in the box, and I just draw from the box as the game goes along. How do I draw? That's where I throw in a die. If you have a 1 or 2 die, that's perfect. This is just a D6. So when I roll it, if I get an even, I take out 2 spices for the IA player. If I get an odd, I just take out 1 spice. I put them here. Now what the IA player does, according to Igor, and I love this, is that the first thing you can do, if you can buy the point card, you buy it. So if the IA had 2 reds and 3 browns, you buy that, he gets 16 points. If you can't do that with the IA player, he moves down to Merchant Row and goes to the leftmost card. If he has 4 yellows, he's able to purchase this card. Say that this was the leftmost card. For an arrow, you take whatever's above the arrow. So if you had 3 reds, you would be able to purchase this card. My variant, I say that for the IA player, each of these merchant cards are worth a half a point. So you add these half a points towards your point cards, and any coins you get, and that's what the AI has, as you're competing against them for yourself. Basic rules for Century Spice Road. This fills the craving that I had to play this game as a solo variant. So let's go ahead and walk you through it, and let's see how it plays. See what you think, and if there's any tweaks that you would make. So again, I'm starting with the 3 yellow, and here's my 2 starting cards. Right now, I'm kind of liking this card right here, Merchant Row, so I'm going to go ahead and take that because that'll give me some more cards eventually. So that's the end of my turn. All these cards in Merchant Row shift over to the left, and we draw a brand new card coming out. Oh, and that's a 3 purchase power. So there's our Merchant Row, and it's now time for the IA player. So we'll take the dice, since he has no spices right now, it's a 4. I will randomly draw 2 spices out of his pack. He gets a yellow and a green. So his next turn, again, the first thing you would do, look at the point card. If he could buy it, he would buy it. Then you look at the Merchant Row. If he could buy it, you buy it. If not, you draw cubes until he's able to buy one of those on his turns. But now, it's back to my turn. Let's see, this is a pretty good card in the Merchant Row, but I also like this. I'm going to go ahead and purchase this card. So I will place a spice here, take that card out, put it in my hand, shift everything over to the left, and we bring out a new card. Take 3 red and convert it to 2 browns. All right, not bad. So now we go back to the IA player. He's got 2 spices. First, can he purchase a point card? No. Second, can he get the leftmost merchant card? No. So, first you roll the dice. It's an even. So we take out 2 spices. We've got another yellow and another green. So he's starting to build up a pretty good hand there. Back to me. Now I think I'm going to want to convert some stuff. I'm actually going to use this to get 2 reds. And of course all of these spices have names in the game. I'm just going to call them by their color just to kind of make it a little easier. That's the end of my turn. On to the IA players. We're going to roll the dice because he doesn't have enough to do a purchase or of the market. So we get an odd. I draw 1 cube out. It's a brown. Good start for him. So he's finally got 1 that can go toward the point. Back to my turn now. Let's see, we're trying to get 2 red and 3 brown. I have 2 red and 2 yellow. I'm going to go ahead and use this card to pick up 4 yellow spices and put those on my card. And that's the end of my turn. Now we go back to the IA player. Cannot do that. Cannot do that. So we roll this. It is a 4, an even number. We take out 2 spices. And we have 2 more yellows. So he's getting a pretty good hand started up right now. Back to me. I need to do some upgrades, I think. I'm going to go ahead and take the double upgrade card, put this down. And I'm going to go ahead and take these. No, I'm not. I'm going to take 1 red and upgrade it twice up to a brown, which is cinnamon. I know that. So there's my current hand. Back to the IA. Can't do that. Can't do that. So we roll the die. It's an odd. So randomly drawing 1 cube out. It's another brown. Got 2 of the browns. Need 3, but also needs 2 reds for that. Back to my turn, and I think, looking at what I have, I am going to go ahead and draft this card. It would be able to convert 3 reds into 3 greens. And I am able to pick up that spice since it was sitting on that card. So this goes into my hand. All of these shift over to the left. And a new card comes out. That's a pretty good one. Change 2 yellows to greens. And remember, I'm not giving you the exact gameplay, but the yellow spice is your very basic spice. Upgrades to red, which upgrades to green, which upgrades finally to brown. That's your hierarchy of spices. So that's what you're trying to do, is convert these spices into your caravan to match the colors that you need to draft those cards. Back to the IA player though. We've got 4 yellow, 2 green, 2 brown. Not enough for the points. Not enough for the merchant, because again we're just looking above the arrow. So we're going to roll the die again. We get a 4, which is even, which means we take out 2 cubes. Got another yellow and another green. I promise you, you saw me put the reds in there. The reds and browns are just waiting to come out. So that's the end of the IA player's turn. Back to me. And now I think I'm going to rest. So all of these cards go back into my hand, and that's it. Come back to the IA player. Still nothing they can purchase, so we roll the die. It's an odd. Take 1 cube at random. It's another brown. So they've got the 3 brown now to be able to purchase that point card. Still need the 2 reds to be able to do that. And maybe that'll happen on their next turn. But we come back down to me now, and I've got all these cards in my hand. And again, I'm trying to beat him to get the brown and the red. So looking at what I have, let's go ahead and purchase this one, which will make me draft 2 reds. I draft 2 red, but look at this. My sheet now is filled up, so I've got to discard a spice because you can only have 10 in your caravan. There's my 10 cubes. All right, back to the IA player. Again, not enough to do a points card. Not enough to do the merchant card, so we're going to roll the die. It's a 4, which is even. That means 2 cubes are coming out. It is a brown and a red. Finally got a red, so that's good for him, not for me. All right, back to my cards now. I need to do some upgrading because I can't take any more spices on. I need 2 red and 3 brown. I'm going to go ahead and convert. Let's go ahead and do this one, where I can take 3 reds and convert them to 3 greens. So I will take all the reds off of my caravan, and I will draft 3 greens in their place. 1, 2, and 3. So now I'm out of reds, but I'm really close to upgrading these to green. That is if I can beat the IA player, and we're getting pretty close. So the IA player cannot purchase the point card, cannot purchase the merchant card, so we are rolling. We've got a 4, which is even. 2 are coming out. Oh, please don't both be red. A red and a green. Well, got enough for that card, so he's going to purchase that in his next turn. So that's not good for me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and upgrade while I can. I'm just going to take these 2 yellows and do a solo upgrade for each, and that means drafting red. So now I've got a good amount of color in my caravan. So whenever this IA player purchases this point card and the new point cards are revealed, maybe I'll be able to pick up one of those 2. But now it's the IA's turn. So the first thing you do, can you purchase the point card? Yes, you can, by taking the 3 brown and the 2 red. So they're able to purchase that. Instead of putting these cubes into the bowls, they go right back into the box for him to draw back out again. So we take the 16 off of the pyramid. We'll set it aside for his points. And now these 2 cards are available to us. It's a 12 and an 8. And look at that, one of each color. That's exactly what I have. My turn, I'm going to make a purchase. I'm going to take one of each color, and I can purchase that 12-pointer. For me, though, these cubes do go back in the bowls. So there's my 4. I draft this. I've got 12 points. Technically, we're supposed to flip them over and not know what anybody has till the end of the game. So that's where we're sitting right now. Now I've opened up this card here. Oh boy. 2 yellow and 2 brown. All right, it's the IA's turn. So first we look, is there a card they can buy from point row? Of course there is, this 8. So we take 2 green and 2 yellow, and there it is right there. Again, we put his cubes back in the box for us to draw later. The 8 card comes off, it's his point, and now we flip over these 2 that are exposed. It's a 12 and a 17. So there's what we're looking at, the 12 and the 17. I've got greens, I've got yellows, I don't have a lot of browns. I think I want to go for the big points though, which would be the 17, or should I just go ahead and take the points I can get? Let's go ahead and, looking at the row here, I'm going to draft this card. Put this into my hand for a second. So now all the merchant cards shift over to the left and a new one comes out. That new one is this. So now we go to the IA's turn. We look at merchant row. Is there anything they can purchase? No. Very close to being able to get the 17, but they are 1 brown away. They don't have any red, and again, not a brown for there. But merchant row, 2 yellows above the arrow. They have 2 yellows, so they will make that purchase. And again, these go into the box for us to draw later. This comes off. This is a half a point at the end of the game for the IA player. So that's set aside, and now all of these shift over to the left, and a brand new merchant card comes out, and we have transforming a green to a red. So here's the merchant ones that are available to us right now. The leftmost is taking a brown and downsizing it, which sometimes is a good idea. Right now, though, here's what I have. 2 greens, 3 yellows, and a red. Here's what's available for the purchase. I'm really close to trying to get this, I think. I'm just 2 brown away. So looking at these, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest and get these cards back in my hand for the time being. So I rest. Goes back to the AI. Well, look at that. They can purchase this card out of the market because they have 1 brown. I mean, looking at the top again, they don't have the points. That's what you look for first. No points they can purchase. They do have a brown that they can get that merchant card. So that's another half a point that goes into their stack at the end of the game. Merchant cards all shifting over to the left, and a brand new one comes out. This is really hard to do with one hand. Oh, that converts 2 green to a brown and a red. That's pretty good, and that can be used. Well, maybe I can kind of convert those. Anyway, my turn again. I have all these cards sitting over now. I'm going to go ahead and take the 2 red. So I get to take 2 red out of the pile and put them on my card. Back to the AI player's turn. Merchant card to the left is 3 yellows. They only have 1 yellow. And looking at the point cards, there's nothing to do. So we're back to rolling the die again. It's an odd. So we are only picking out 1 cube. It's a red. So that's what the IA player has right now in their supply, in their caravan, I guess. And they don't have a limit. They can get as many cubes as they want. Whereas we can only get 10. They can do as many cubes as they want. So now we're here, and I need to do some upgrading. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this card, which converts 3 red to 3 green. I'm going to take these 3 reds, put them over here, and take 3 greens out. So I'm inching closer to being able to draft this 17-pointer right there. Back to the IA's turn, though. Looking here, they can't do anything from the points. They can't take that card, so we're back to rolling. It is an even, so we are taking 2 cubes from the box. It is a yellow and a brown. Back to my turn now. I'm going to do my upgrade, my double upgrade. And for my double upgrade, I'm just going to take 2 of the greens, 1, 2, and upgrade each of them 1 time, which gives me the cinnamons. So now I have 2 cinnamon, I have 2 of the green and 2 of the yellows. So I will have enough to get that 17-point card in my next turn. Because we look at the IA player, they cannot draft anything right now. So we're back to rolling. They get a 1. They get 1 cube coming out. It is a brown. Back to my turn, and I will make a purchase. I'm going to take these 6. As you can see right here, I'm able to do those right there to draft that 17. These cubes go back into the bowls where I got them. And I get that 17-pointer all to myself in my stack. Coming back up to the top now, this card is available for us to see. It's a 12, and it's got the silver coin on top of it, so that's 1 extra bonus point if I'm able to get that card. So, coming back now, we got the AI's turn. They don't have enough red for either of these, but look at this. They've got the yellow and the brown to get that 10-pointer. So, they have enough spice for the 10. We put his cubes back in the box, take the 10-point card, bring it over here in his stack, and now he's able to flip over this one that has a gold coin on top of it. That one is worth 3 extra bonus points. 2 green, 3 brown. Back to my turn. Now what do I have here? I don't have a lot going on. I could always draft some yellows, and in fact I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and draft these yellows, these 4 yellows, put them in my hand. Because I might want to draft some more cards, and I need to be able to put some spice down to draft the cards I want. So there's what I've got. Back up to the IA player now. They've only got 2 green and a red, not enough to buy anything there or there. So we're rolling. It is an odd, so only 1 cube's coming out. And they are getting a yellow. That's the best case scenario. Now I am going to rest, take these cards and put them over here. Back to the IA, still can't purchase anything. An odd, so we're going here. We've got a red, so they've got 2 red, 2 green, and a yellow. The 18-pointer needs the 2 green, but these needs 3 brown now. Brown are needed here. They've got enough red. They've got enough red and green, but just need a single brown, and they can purchase that 12. And again, we've got the bonus coins on top, so they would get a bonus point if they're able to get that card. Back to my turn now. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm really liking this conversion, the red to the brown, because I'm able to purchase some reds right here, and I can upgrade some yellows. So I'm going to get that card for sure. To get that second card, I've got to put a spice down to be able to take that one. That goes into my hand. All of the market row comes over, and we bring out a new card to the merchants. That's that. And now we're moving on, and again, we've got to roll because the IA player doesn't have anything they can do. Just 1. Drawing 1 for the merchant. It's a brown. So now on their next turn, they're able to buy that 12 and get that bonus point out of that turn. So I'm not going for that one anymore. I'm going to try and go for this one here because it has the bonus gold coin. So I need some greens and some browns. So here we go. What are we going to do? We are going to try to make something happen. I'm going to go ahead and first use this card to get 2 red onto my caravan. IA's turn. They're going to make the purchase up here at the top of the red, the brown, and the green to purchase the 12. So these cubes all go back into the box. They get the bonus 1 coin, which is silver, and the 12 points. So we'll put that over here into their loot. I'm not feeling good about this game. Right now though, no new cards are unveiled. We still have to get that 12 cleared before we can see those 2. But again, I'm working on this 18. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do some kind of upgrade. I'm going to have to upgrade 2 steps. And I'm going to upgrade this 1 step, you know what, let's just go ahead and do 2 of those. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm getting there. I'm really trying. Okay, so moving on. Here we go. Or should I have not done that? You know what? No, it's too late now. What I should have done was, nah, we're good. Back up here. Got to roll. IA player 2, it's an even. Let's go ahead and draft 2. It's another yellow and another green. So they're getting close to being able to take that merchant card. Back to me now. I'm going to go ahead and convert these 3 into browns. So 3 reds get converted to 3 browns. So that's good. So now I've got 3 browns and a green. I need 3 browns and 2 green to take that one. Or I just need 1 more red and I can take that. But I'd rather get, this is worth 18 plus a gold. So I would rather get that because that's 21 points right there. All right, back to the IA. Cannot make a purchase there or here, so we're going to roll. We got a 3, which is odd. Drawing out a brown. Back to me now. I just need a green, and then I'm good to go. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that I can use right now to get me a green, so I'm going to have to rest. Put those away. Back to the IA. Still nothing they can purchase, so we're rolling. It's an odd. Drawing 1 cube. It's a red. Actually, these are out of order. It doesn't really matter. They're still not going to be able to buy anything on their turn. So now back to me. All I need to do is get a green. So I'm going to use this double conversion. And I'm going to go ahead and convert, oh, what the heck. Since it's a double, I'm going to convert a yellow twice to make it a green. Now I've got enough for that 18-point card. Back to the IA's turn. They still cannot purchase anything, so we're rolling a die. It's a 3. That means it's odd. It means there's 1 coming out. It's a yellow. Next turn, they will pick up the merchant card, which is great because now this turn, I've got my 3 cinnamon and my 2 of the green to purchase this 18-point card that comes with the 3-point gold coin. So I've got these that are coming down. Flip that over. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about this game. These now go back to the bowls. They don't go back to me. But we still don't know what these last 2 cards are yet. We haven't been able to clear those. Back to the AI's turn. They cannot purchase that card. They can purchase that card because they have 3 yellows. And they get to take the spice that I put on there. So those go back into their bin. That's another half point for the IA. All these cards move to the left and we get 1 more coming in. It's a brown to make 2 greens. All right, now we're trying to get this card. 2 reds and 2 browns. I have a red and a yellow. Looking at these, I can go ahead and, I guess, draft 2 reds. Don't have that many cards in my hand. Usually I draft more. That's the end of my turn, so now we're coming up here. IA cannot purchase that. The IA cannot purchase that. They don't have 2 yellows, so we're rolling the die again for them. We got an odd, so we're drawing 1. It's brown. Now they just need 1 red and they can purchase that. Back to my turn now. I need 2 browns. Right there, 2 browns. Let's go ahead and do it. That costs 3 reds. I get 2 browns. That comes back to my caravan. End of my turn. Cannot do that. Cannot do that. So the IA is rolling. It's a 4, so it's even. This could be bad. We've got a brown and a yellow. So that's good. They still can't get that card. And they still can't get that card. Back to me now. I have to rest. These cards come back. Next turn, though, 2 turns away from getting that card, because this next turn I will use this card to get the 2 reds. That'll give me 2 reds and 2 browns, and then the turn after that I can purchase that card as long as the IA does not get a red this turn. Cannot make the purchase of this card. They don't have enough. Cannot purchase this card. So we are rolling. Let's hope for 2 yellows. Okay. We got 2 coming in. Oh, how about that? 2 yellows. Good. They will not be getting that card. Back to my turn. I am going to do this to harvest 2 of the red spice. That goes into my card. The next turn, I will be able to purchase that 12-point card. Back to the IA. They don't have enough points to buy this. They need one more red. Going down to Merchant Row, they do have 2 yellows they can spend. So they are spending 2 yellow to take this. And again, that's a half a point for them at the end of the game. These all shift over to the left. A new one comes in. Another good conversion. All right, my turn. I'm going to take my 2 brown, my 2 red, and pay for the 12-pointer. So now I'm feeling really good about myself. And the final 2 cards will be unveiled. This one has the silver 1-point coin above it. It's a 14 with 3 reds and 2 browns. The gold coin with 3 points above it is a 12. So in the grand scheme of things, they're both worth 15 points thanks to those coins. Which one will be easier to get? You'd think this one, but I actually have the conversion to make the brown. Well, let's just go ahead and figure out what's going to happen now as we're moving forward. So I just made that purchase. It's the IA's turn, and they cannot make any purchase. Sorry, they cannot make either purchase. They don't have enough reds for up here. They don't have enough yellows for here, so we're going to have to roll for them. And it's an even, so we draw into it random. It's a brown and a green. Still not enough reds to help them out there. All right, so we're going to need some reds. And I've just used my red card. I don't have anything to really... Shoot. Okay, let's just go ahead and use this one for now. Get 3 yellows. Slow and steady wins the race, right? That's what I'm hoping. So I've got 5 yellows in my caravan. All right, moving on. Got to roll for the IA. 1 green. Okay. Again, more than enough green to purchase that 1 card. This needs some reds on their turn. All right, for me now, I cannot convert any reds. I can convert, how about this? I'll use this card to double upgrade, and I will go ahead and convert 2 of my yellows to reds. So that gets me close. Back to the IA, got to roll again. They cannot purchase a point card or a merchant card. Odd. They draw 1. Oh wow, they have all of their browns now ready, but they can't do anything with them. Back to my turn. I cannot convert any of those. These don't look good to me. I'm just going to rest. I'm going to rest. Take these cards from the back of my hand. It seems like I'm only using 3 cards each turn, but sometimes it just works out that way. Back to the IA. AI. It's an odd. Coming out, a yellow. Getting a little close to the game here, aren't we? It is a yellow, so we're getting close to that. There's no yellows up there to be able to purchase. All right, back to my turn here. I'm going to go ahead and use this to draw 2 more reds. Back to the AI. They got to roll again. It's an odd. It's a red. So now they've got 2 reds. They're 1 red away from that or that, and they always go for the more expensive, so they'd go for that one. Back to this now. I can convert some stuff. I'm going to go for that 14-pointer, I think. Or should I? No, because they're about ready to get that 14-pointer. I'm going to go for the 12-pointer. Again, at the end of the day, they're all worth the same because they have the coins above them. So I'm going to convert 3 reds to 3 greens. So now on my card, I've got those 7. Back to them. They still need some red. Odd. Yellow. And now their next turn, they're actually stuck. They're not going to be able to make a purchase. They're going to have to do the merchant card instead of getting the point card. Maybe I should have gone after the brown. Darn it. Okay. So I need some reds. Shoot. Okay, so I'm going to convert this up twice. Should I have done that? Oh well. Converting it twice. And now I've got 3 reds and 3 greens, which would be enough to get that point. AI's turn, they've got the 3 yellows. So they don't have enough red to purchase either of those, but they do have the yellows to make another purchase on the merchant. Another half point for them at the end of the game. We'll move these over. And actually the good thing is I've kind of stalled them, because on their next turn they're going to pay a green for this. On the following turn they'll pay 2 greens for that. So I still have time to sneak in and get those the other coins. So first things first though, we're going to pay 2 green, 3 red, and I'm able to purchase that 12-point card that also has the bonus gold coin above it. So this now is going into my loot. I got both gold coins. Alright, let's see what happens now. On to the AI. They're able to purchase from the merchant, like that. That goes into the box. It's another half point for them though. These all shift, these all shift down. Back to my turn now, and all I've got is a yellow and a green. Just to set me up well, I'm going to go ahead and play this card that I can harvest 4 more yellows. And then I'll probably take a timeout my next break. Back to the AI. Well, again, they cannot purchase this card because they're still 1 red short, but they can purchase this card right here, which is another half a point for them. So this one comes off. These all shift down. Oh, look at that. On their next turn, they're going to lose their reds for this one. So I actually have a chance now to make up a lot of ground. I'm going to rest, take all the cards back into my hand. Their turn, they're going to spend their 2 reds to purchase this card. This slides down. And now this turn, they're going to spend that before they start drawing for this this other card. Okay, so again, here's what we're up against. 3 red, 2 brown. Here's my caravan. Here are my cards I have to deal with. I think I need to get some reds that I can convert to brown. It's going to be a couple of steps, so I'm going to go ahead and draft this one to get my 2 reds. 1, 2. So I'm still going to need some reds and some browns, but I think I'll have time to do this. All right, AI's turn. They're going to spend a brown to take this card. It's another half point. See, they're racking up these little points while I'm kind of being stagnant. I don't know about this. Okay, back to my turn now. I'm going to do a double upgrade. My double upgrade is going to be converting both of these to reds. 1, 2. Okay. So there's that. IA's turn. Okay, now there's no more purchasing from the merchant's row, and there's no more purchasing, of course, from the points. They've got enough brown. Now they need the reds. So we roll a die. It's an odd, so we only draft 1. It's a yellow. Okay, we're good there. Okay, back to this. I'm going to spend this card to convert 3 reds to 2 browns. So goodbye reds. Hello 2 brown. So now I've got 2 brown and 1 red. I need 2 brown and 3 red. And I've got that card that gives me the 2 red cubes, but I'm going to have to take a break. So it's going to be 3 turns away from getting that point card. Meanwhile, the AI is going to have to roll. It's an odd, drafting 1. It's a red. Oh boy, this is going to be tight. I'm going to rest. Take these cards back into my hand. AI's turn. Odd. Whew, it's a green. I think we're going to do it. And now we come back here. I'm going to use this purchase power to grab 2 reds. And now look at that. I've got 3 reds and 2 browns. I need 3 reds and 2 browns. There's nothing that the AI can do to rob that from me now. We roll. It's 2, so it's an even. So we're going to take 2 cubes. It's a green and a red. One turn away. Now they've got what they need for the 12, but unfortunately for them, I've got exactly what I need this turn to purchase that 14 that comes with the 1 point bonus silver coin. So these go back to the bowl. This goes into my loot. So now I'm going to go ahead and pause it, count it up, and see who wins. Okay, the final tally is in, and it turns out that I beat the AI player 93 to 47. Now I was playing on what I call an easy level. Easy because I included 4 coins in the game. Also easy because I only gave these merchant cards a half a point each. Let's say, for argument example, we moved it up to maybe a medium level where these cards were each worth 1 point instead of a half. Then the IA player would have 56 to my 93. Still pretty far off. Let's say we take away the coins and make it a little harder. Without the coins, we have 55 to 86. Now that seems still like it's pretty far off, but just remember this last card that could have gone either way. Let's say I didn't get this last card and we were playing on that hard level where these are all worth 1 point and the coins were not included. Then this score shifts to 69 for the AI to 72. A 3-point difference in the game. So if you want to play it hard, do not include the coins. Make each of these merchant cards worth 1 point. If you want to make it a little bit easier, include the coins. And if you want to make it very easy, like a beginner game, make these only half a point each with all the coins. You can always put just 2 coins out there, just gold, just silver, however you feel. Now also included in my merchant cards, I gave myself 1 point for the non-yellow colored spice. That's kind of how it plays out in the game. But before, when I was playing it and beating it by 30, I was not rolling the die. I was taking only 1 cube out for the AI each turn. And it just took too long for the AI to be able to get something to purchase away from me. So then I changed it to each turn. I was taking out 2 cubes for the AI on each turn. But then I was getting killed. The die adds a little bit of a variable where sometimes it'll be 1, maybe 2 times in a row it'll be 2, then it'll be 1 again. It kind of divides up that randomness for the AI player to get its cubes out there and on the board. The coins, take them or leave them, and then just figure out what you want for your merchant cards. Again, we were playing it as an easy beginner. These were half point each, so you see right here, you only got 4.5 points from those merchant cards. If you're playing them 1 point each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9 extra points that the AI player would have got. The coins, it just happened they only got 1 coin. I got 7 points in coins. So you play without the coins, that can make it even tighter to where you're playing and 1 card will decide a difference. And of course it's the luck of the draw also. Do you have a lot of low numbered cards? We didn't have 1 20-point card in this whole stack of 10 that we put out there. So it can vary with the cards that are set out, and of course whatever cards are in the market row that you're able to draft and manipulate. The game went by pretty quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than that to get the right spices. Before I played it, where twice the AI stole cards away from me that I was 1 move away from getting because I needed 1 more red or 1 more green, and I had that card setting ready to play it, but the AI was able to draft that before I was able to convert my spices. But again, hey, this is a fun game. 2 to 5 player. Solo variant though, maybe you can tweak it to help yourself out, but it's a fun game worth getting if you want to play it by yourself. Tweak it, see what you think. Like, and subscribe, and we'll see you again later on another solo gameplay.